Because of the pandemic and even before that, our young people are dealing with stress and anxiety that most of us didn't face growing up. It's not easy to talk about, especially with young boys who are more likely to die by suicide and more likely to suffer in silence. That's why we're dedicating an entire week to saving our sons. Here's Melissa Luck with a preview.
That smile, I mean, that's something I think people remember about him the most, yeah?
Yeah, and his big brown eyes. He had really big, beautiful eyes. Yeah.
No parent should have to talk about their child in the past tense. But since Kimber and Mike Erickson lost their son Kellen to suicide in January 2020, that has been their reality. Remembering this bright young man with a bright future and making sense of the darkness that lived inside him.
After soccer was over and before graduation, it just kind of really the anxiety of who am I, where do I go, what do I do next, I think really just grabbed him and pulled him down. And, you know, it was a tough time. We tried to do what we could do.
The Ericksons now want to turn their loss into hope for other families, other young men like Kellen. What they learned in his death is how many others struggle just like he did.
I think it is an epidemic it's a mental health epidemic. So some of it is COVID, post-COVID, some of it and lockdown and social isolation is the primary cause of the mental health problems. But some of it is the overuse of digital, the overuse of screens, because all that use of screens affects brain development. So it's going to increase anxiety, it's going to increase depression.
This weekend, Spokane Dr. Michael Gurian will join the Ericksons for a Helping Boys Thrive Summit, connecting parents and educators to resources that will help start and continue this important conversation. All week here on 4 News Now, we'll share those stories too, of young men, grieving families, experts, athletes, and, if we do it right, hope.
There's things you can do as a parent and as an educator. Hope. We want to have hopeful parents come out of this, hopeful parents that want to just look into everything and just be aware.
I'm Melissa Luck, 4 News Now.
While we're talking specifically about boys and mental health this week, we have tools for parents of girls as well. We're dedicating a lot of time to this all week on 4 News Now at 6 and KXLY.com, along with our streaming app, KXLY+.